Arizona. My name's Darryl Horsman. It's been about 8 hours, 7 minutes, and 3 seconds since I threw my last curling stone. I may be addicted, but let's not judge. My tale's gonna start in the magical land of Scotland, where the very first curling rock was ever found. On it was etched the year 1511, in the name of the owner, Stirling. The very oldest stone, the heaviest stone, was the Jubilee stone, weighing in at 110 kilos. Today's rocks, made of granite, weigh 42 pounds and can only be found 2 places on the planet. The game itself was played predominantly in Scotland and UK until it emigrated to North America around the 1800s. It landed in Canada first, and then it made its way to the United States. When I say United States, I really mean Wisconsin. Curling was one of the very first games that brought people together to play as equals. It didn't matter how much money you had, your station in life, or your pedigree. When you were out on the ice, that's all you were, was just a curler. Awesome sport. The tools to curl are relatively inexpensive. You can get a pair of shoes and a broom and an outfit for under $300. Because the game is a Scottish game, it's rooted in history, so much tradition. And the favorite one we have is broom stacking. This is where after every game, you have to buy your opponent a drink. How awesome is that? All right, Catholics in the crowd, this is for you. Much like you would bless your babies, we bless the ice. Only we do it by sprinkling little beads of water all over the ice. And what this does is reduces the friction between the rock and the playing surface. This pebbling allows it so that men, women, children, seniors, and wheelchair athletes can all play as equals. There's about 1.5 million curlers in North America. There's only 20,000 in the United States. After tonight, maybe a couple hundred more. The teams back in the day consisted of 25 players, and everybody threw 1 stone. Today's teams consist of 4 players that throw 2 stones each. The players are the lead, second, third, and the skip. The object of the game, get as many stones as you can to the center of the bullseye or the button, you win. Easy peasy. How do you do that? You sweep. If you're not sweeping, you're throwing. If you're not throwing, you're sweeping. Everybody throws 2 stones. You're gonna do counterclockwise or clockwise, and the harder you throw, the further it's gonna go. The playing surface has concentric circles, a diameter of 12 foot, 8 foot, 4 foot, and the button. How do you score? After that, all the 16 rocks have been thrown, the vices get to the thirds get to the center and see who scores. The person who has the most points closest to the button wins that end. We normally play 8 ends in curling. Speaking of 8, that's roughly when I started curling in Winnipeg. I had 2 options because my parents curled. I could sit in the car and wait, or I could go in with the other kids and watch the other adults. Well, I'm from Winnipeg, and it gets to be minus 40 in the wintertime. There's no sitting in the car. My passion was furthered by school. Curling was taught in school, so they taught everybody's favorite: rope climbing, dodgeball, square dancing, curling. Let's be honest, everybody's picking curling, right? We picked curling. So where did I lose my track? This is so exciting. So exciting. All right. So curling, we can teach you in about 30 minutes. I've been curling for over 35 years, and I never get tired of the game. Every time I throw a rock, I have to get better. I knew I wasn't going to get taught by Derek Jeter or Wayne Gretzky or anybody, Tiger Woods, but I've had the ability to curl beside world-class curlers and athletes. And Olympians, pardon me. Most of those Olympians are as much as my friends today as they are my competitors and my mentors. I've been also fortunate to travel all around North America. I've played in some big games and some small games, some big towns and some small towns. But something remains the same. No matter where I go, I've got 100 new friends, no matter what. Curling itself is more than just moving rocks up and down the ice. The rock itself is about possibilities. Where's curling gonna take you? I'm just a kid from Winnipeg, and I can be an Olympian. For that new curler who throws a rock for the very first time on league night, for that second, they too are an Olympian. Before, in curling, we start with a handshake and we end with a handshake. And in between there, we learn something about ourselves. Good night.